People, good afternoon class.
Afternoon, sir.
So at this point we're looking at financial maths. We're looking at 4D. 3D. So we are told here that you must round off to 2 decimal places where necessary. Okay. So we says Mrs. Marais bought groceries and the proof of payment was torn up and thrown away by mistake. She finds only the portion that indicates the VAT. In this case they used VAT as 14%. Payable as 33 Rand and 84 cents. The question is calculate the VAT included that she paid for the groceries. So how do we normally calculate VAT? Whatever the amount is, what do we do? Multiply it by 14 over 100. Then we get the VAT amount. Not so?
Yes.
And what is the VAT amount here? 33,84. Not so. So how do I get the amount excluding VAT? Divided by, which is the X value. So I divide both sides by 14 over 100. So that cancels. So X is equal to 33.84 over, or divided by 14 over 100. So that gives me 241 Rand and 71 cents. 241 Rand and 71 cents. Okay, you guys understand? But what amount does that represent? The total amount? Excluding VAT. But they want to know the amount including VAT. So how do we do that? We add the total amount. So the total plus VAT, the amount plus VAT, so it will be 241.71 plus 33 Rand and 84 cents. This plus 33 Rand and 84 cents. It will be 275 Rand and 51 cents. Of course, there's another way of doing this. It's not going to work here because the VAT amount is excluded. You are only given the VAT amount. Okay. Yes? If you do that, then you're going to actually calculate 14% of this amount. They only. You understand? You see, because what are we calculating? We are calculating the amount of the groceries. So we're working in reverse. You understand? Because this 33.84 is a VAT amount. You understand? That is 14% of some amount. Is 14% of what? Is 14% of that X amount. So that is 14%. That is the amount the groceries came to, excluding VAT. Then what happened? Just add the VAT to it. So what we do is we then add that amount to 241.71 cents, and then that is the total amount that you got out. You understand? Okay, any other confusion? Huh? No?
Sir?
Yes?
It's supposed to be 55, not 51.
55.
Yes, sir.
She's absolutely correct, but it's not 55 or 51, it's 56. Thank you, Lisa Kane, for giving us that answer. Lisa Kane is shocked. Looks like she's weird. Not on the road. On the other side. Right. People? Jesus, a long one, eh? Right. For those of you who are seeing it for the first time, with the sounds of it? Right, here we go. Huh? Well, why do you need to take a picture?
Because it's really
maths class? Can you now see? I mean, I talk to you people and then now you're trying to make jokes in the math. So what is it about? Sorry? Huh? Susan. Now, but just by the sounds of it, you guys haven't done your homework. Besides you. Because otherwise you guys would have not need to take a photo of this. So Susan would have been part of the homework. You see how we find out together. Not so, don't you know? But anyway, here we go. Susan buys a DVD player for 5,000. Alright. Something wrong with Susan? Right. She pays a deposit of 15% and takes a higher purchase agreement and agrees to repay the rest with an interest in equal monthly installments over 3 years. The simple interest rate is 14% per annum. She takes out insurance against damage or theft. It costs her 15 Rand per month in addition to the monthly installment to be paid. Calculate the amount she has to pay each month. So we must calculate the total monthly installment. Not so. So what do we do first? First things first. Calculate the deposit. Yes. So? Yes, it's deposit. The deposit, how do you calculate the deposit? It's 5,000 Rand multiplied by 15 over 100. 5,000 multiplied by 15 over 100. $750 Rand deposit. Okay. She takes out a higher purchase agreement to repay the rest. The rest is going to be your principal amount for the formula, not so? Yes, so how do you work out the principal? It's 5,000 minus the deposit of 750. Not so? Yes. Right? 2 million? Work it out fast. Shh. Where's your calculator, Michael? 2 million? Right, so what do we get? 4,250. So that's the principal amount. Not so? Yes. Now what? Now we need to work out the simple interest. Not so? So the simple interest formula is equal to P times R times N over. So what's your P value? 4250 multiplied by the rate. What is the interest rate? 14%. It's 14 times 3 years. I've used the 3 years over. Work that out. So it's 4250 multiplied by 14 multiplied by 3. What do we get? 1,785. That is additional what we will be paying. You see, that is your, what do you call this? Your interest. Okay. So it's going to give you 1,785. Okay. So to work out the, so how much does she get? Must she pay in total back? Total repayment. It's going to be, no, how much we paying per month? The total we paying back is going to be your principal plus your interest. The final amount paying back. So it's going to be 4,250, no, 4,250 Rand plus 1,785. Just hang on. Hang on. Hang on, yes. 45 on. Gives you 6,000 and 35 minutes. Not so?
Yes.
So what amount is that? That's the amount that needs to pay, that Susan needs to pay back in total. Not so? But the question is, what is a monthly installment? So remember I told you how to work out the monthly installment? It's going to be A over n times 12. What is the fine? This year total, the repayment is the A value I'm talking about. Your final amount. Can you see that? So what do I say? 6,035 rand must divide it by 3 years times 12. What would it just say divided by? 36. So that's going to give us 6,035 rand divided by 3 times 12. Your monthly repayment of 167 rand, comma 64. But what did they pay him extra? 15 rand, which is what? The insurance. Can you see that, people? So let's add the insurance. The insurance of 15 rand. So it gives you a final amount. Final monthly installment is going to give you plus 15 rand. Gives you 182 rand, comma 6. Sound like this is worth a lot of marks, people. Sound like 6 marks. Okay, so take down what you need. Did you guys get it?
Afternoon, mathematicians. My code 5s, thank you.
Yes, boss. Good result. So listen, people. So this sum. Go through it a few times. Yeah? Understand what's happening. It's a lot of marks. Okay, for those of you who look like you're awake but you're not, please watch the video. Okay. I'll make sure a question like this comes in. Huh? About Susan. Right. Let's carry on with our lives. Mr. Lowe. So yeah, yes? KB, yeah? Sorry? You want to do the sum? Yes, go for it. Thank you. Oh, you bought it, don't. Right. Mr. Lowe invests 50,000 rand. Mr. Lowe is not a teacher. You don't have 50,000 rand. Right? He must be an investor or something. An engineer or something. Alright. Mr. Lowe invested 50,000 rand at 6.5% per annum, simple interest, 2 years ago. Okay? So, he adds a further 20,000 rand to the amount available and invested for a further 3 years at 7% simple interest. Calculate the amount available now. So let's look at it from the beginning. So Mr. Lowe invested 50,000 rand, 6.5% per annum, simple interest for 2 years ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate how much money he has after 2 years. You see, that's what you have to do. Okay, why are you putting the stuff on your lips in the maths class? My lips is dry in the maths class. Wow. Right. So people, this part blue. So I must first work out the interest. Okay. So it's going to be the simple interest. going to be P times R times N over 100. Okay. Jessica? Are you okay, Michael? I hope that's matches what you're busy with. So you look very into this thing. And I was watching you for the past 5 seconds and you weren't looking up. Nothing on your, you must have your maths book on your table. Right, so what do we have here? 50,000 times 6,5 times 2 over 100. So that gives me, so 50,000 multiplied by 6.5 times 2 divided by 100 gives you 6,500 rand. This is 6,500 rand interest. No? So what I want to do is I want to work out the final amount of this here at this point. So A is equal to 6,500 plus 50,000 rand. So in other words, that 50,000 rand grew to 5,000, 56,500. Okay. So that is the effect of the blue there. Not so. So now he adds a further 20,000 rand. He's adding a 20,000 rand to what amount? Which is the A value, which is 56,500. Why? Because that 50,000 rand has gained an interest for 2 years. Can you see that, people? So the new principal now for the invested amount is going to be 56,500 plus 20,000 rand, which gives you 76,500. Yes. Yes. So the 20,000 rand is invested for a further 3 years at 7% per annum simple interest. Okay, wait. So we told about Mr. Lowe invested 6.5% simple interest for 2 years ago. So currently, this is what he is standing on. So this is the answer to 3.1. You all agree with that? The second part is calculate the final amount available 3 years from now. So this part is actually what we calculate. You all agree with that?
Yes.
Right. So that's now the principle. So we're going to use again the formula SI is equal to P times R times N over 100. Okay. So my simple interest now is equal to SI is equal to 76,500 times your rate of 7 times 3 divided by 100. So we got a plus 50. 56,000 plus 20,000. Right. So we say the principal, which is the answer, the last answer calculated, multiplied by 7, multiplied by 3 over 100. So that's the interest, 16,065 rand. But is that the answer? No, that's only the interest, not so.
Yes.
You must add it to what amount? Must be added to the 76,500. So therefore the final amount is going to give you 76,500 plus 16,065 rand. Gives you 92,565 rand. Okay? Any confusion there? Very important sum to understand, people. Okay. This is number 3. Okay. You all okay with this? Let's carry on. Number 4. Here we're talking about Richard. Okay, the second last one, yeah? People, you guys are making a lot of noise in the background. Yeah? So here we are told that Richard has 5,000 rand. Kathy must reduce this a bit. This is the last one, no? Number 4. Okay. Richard wins 25,000 rand in the competition. Invested at 6.25% per annum simple interest. Okay. After 3 years, he withdraws 5,000 rand for pocket money when traveling overseas with his parents. He invests the rest, but the interest rate is now 6% per annum simple interest. Calculate the amount available 4 years after after the withdrawal. Right, so where do we stop? 25,000 rand in the competition, he invested at 6.5% per annum simple interest. Yeah, it says after 3 years he withdraws 5,000. So I first need to know how much money he has after 3 years. Not so? So how do I do that? I must first work out the simple interest. How do I work out simple interest? P times R times the N over 100. So it's going to be 25,000 multiplied by 6.25 multiplied by 3. That's over 100. So it's 25,000 multiplied by 6.25 multiplied by 3 over 100. That gives you 4,680 7.5. Okay? Yeah. Why? Because I'll be talking about the rands and cents. Okay? And they want you to round up to 2 decimal places anyway. Okay? So the final amount, the A value at this point is 4,687.50. 4,687.50 must be added to your principal amount. So in total, he has 30. No, not yet. 29,687 rand. 29,687 rand and 50 cents. Okay. So that is at the time of withdrawal. Then what happens? He withdraws 5,000. So what happens? Is that account getting bigger or smaller? Smaller. But how much is it getting smaller? 5,000. Can you see that?
Yes.
So you're going to say your new principal now. Withdraws, I'm going to use green now. The new principal is going to be 29,687 rand and 50 cents minus 5,000 rand. So that gives me an amount of you 24,687 rand and 50 cents. Not so. For pocket money, we're traveling overseas with his parents. We invest the rest. What rest are they talking about? The new P value. invest the rest at an interest rate now of 6% per annum. Simply. So how are we going to calculate the 6%? I'm going to use the formula again, not so? And what is the formula? Simple interest is equal to P times R times over the P value, 24,687 rand and 50 cents, times 6 times 4. And that is all over. Just that answer, multiplied by 6, multiplied by 4, over 100. Gives you 5,925. Not so, but what is that? That is the interest amount. So what do we do now to get the final amount? The A is equal to P plus I, your P plus your interest. Not so? So it's going to be 24,687 rand and 50 cents plus 5,925. You all agree with that? So that gives us an answer plus 24,687.5.
Mr. Bodine,
Yes, miss?
Sister Wanda Bongani, can you send it to the office, please, sir?
Okay. Oh, you that one. Make quick. So she got 30,000, or he has 30,000? 612 rand and? Okay. Any confusion, people? Right. The last one? Right. Let's look at number 6. Capital. Girls. Listen. This has got quite a bit of waiting in the next exam. So, I hope you people are not wasting your time. Alright, let's see what they say about Richard now. Richard is not the old person, my girl. So he went with his parents on holiday.
It's an old guy.
Old guy living with his parents.
No, man, it's an old person's name.
What's the old person's name? Sometime or other he was young. Oh, the older days. Now listen, that's going to be the same thing that's going to be said about you guys, no? Auntie Jessica, you got like an old name. Yes. Huh? Auntie Jada. It won't sound now, right? Still a baby. But Auntie Gabby, yeah, it's not right. Right, here we go, listen. Right, so so nice back. Nice. We waited this. The Richard has 5,000 rand to owe, so it's carrying on from the previous one. No? Richard needs a hiding. He's causing a lot of problems in our lives. Okay. But anyway, Richard has 5,000 rand to use as spending money on the overseas store with his parents. Okay, that time Richard was young. No? Now he's old. So he has an old name we were told. They visited London first and then toured through Europe. He decides to exchange 1,000 rand for British pounds and the rest for euros. Okay? So 1,000 rand for British pounds, and how many euros is he going to buy? 4,000 rand euros. Okay. Calculate how much pounds and euros you would get on the exchange rate of 1 pound. So 5.1. 1 pound is equal to 15 rand and 50 cents. So how much is he using For the pounds, 1,000 rand. Not so? So, where do we put the 1,000? Under the rands or under the pounds? By the rands. It's 1,000 rands. So how do I move from there to there? We start by some number. But how do we get the number? We say 1,000 divided by 15.5. Whoops. Gives you 64,62. 64, so in other words, I was multiplying this also by that amount. Not so?
So isn't it
5,2. Yes. Sorry. Okay, relax. So you must tell me, otherwise it's going to be going down in history that I made a mistake. Right. So we got 64,52 pounds. Not so?
Yes.
So that's the one amount they're looking for. Then, other hand, they have €1 is equal to 13 rand and 16 cents. How much rands of euros is he buying? 4,000. Why? So 1,000 minus 5,000 is 4,000. So it's 4,000 rands euros. So how do I get from 13,160 to 4,000? Times by some number. So that number is going to be 4,000 divided by 13,16. It's going to give you 303. 303,95. So you must multiply that by the same amount, not so? Which then gives me 303,95 euros. And that's the other answer that you get. Okay? Even so, things like within the sum like that, you just underline it as a thing. Okay? You okay? A little water? No? That's right. Do you guys understand? That's right. I don't know how you can sleep through this excitement. People 5.2. When they return, he has 8,5 euros, or 8 euros and 50 cents. And the name they're using cents in euro. And in America they use cents. Huh? A quarter of a rand is 25 cents. If we say a quarter, it's 25 cents. Not, oh, it's a C. No? Cents. People, when they return, yes, 5.2. When he returns, they have 8,50 pounds and 26,50 euros left. The exchange rate for rands, but the exchange rate has changed. Remember, the exchange rate changes on a daily basis. So every day it changes. Yes? Why your mouth so open, sir? Changing. Alright. So, when he returns, the exchange rate for pounds is 1 pound. Gives you 15 rand and 62 cents. So, how many pounds does he have? 8 pound 50.
Yes.
8 pound 50. So how do I get from 1 to 8,5 times? So it's 15,62 times 8,5. So it's 15 times 15,62 times 8.50 gives me 132 rand. 132 rand and 77 cents. Not so? So this is the one amount they're looking for. Then, €1 is 13 rand and 34 cents. How many euros does he have left? 26,50. Not so?
Yes.
So how do I get from 1 to there? You multiply it by 26,50. So it's going to be 13,34 multiplied by 26,50. Work that out, what do we get? 300,5. But what's the question? How many rands did he get in total? So in other words, the total that he got for the euros and for the rands must be added. How much you get there? 486.28. You all agree with that? Okay, you guys understand? Alright. So that basically brings us to the end of this worksheet. Okay. Yes? Sorry?